Hi, it's Keith. I'm here in Life Journey Production Studio, and I want to talk about the GREAT VIDEO MAKER light kit. This is the 2-kit version of the 50RS. They have an LT model as well, has a fan, but I like the heat sink on this one. And in this small space, I actually have two UL 150s by Godox above my head, and they're fanless, and these are fanless as well, and that's why I purchased these. So stay tuned. We'll take care of this whole kit and share with you all the features and why I purchased it and how I'm using it and what it solves for me here in Life Journey Productions. Thanks for tuning in to this YouTube channel. Subscribe, ring the bell so you can get all the other videos, all of the things in my studio over this next matter of months. I'm going to be going down piece by piece and sharing with you why I purchased it and how I'm using it, and hopefully that'll help you make a decision. I'll also be showing you some other light kits available by GREAT VIDEO MAKER, and you can learn some of the other things that they have as well that might suit you. So let's take a look at this kit, the 50RS 2-light kit in this beautiful case. Let's overview it right now. Well, as you can see, this 50RS is a great kit. It has 2 lights, and it comes with everything you see here with the exception of these MP batteries, which I added. And I'm going to talk about how you can use it with batteries and how you can use it with the included power cords. But let's just talk about the light. Again, it's by GREAT VIDEO MAKER. It's a 2-light kit. They have a 1 single light kit. They have a 2-light kit and a 3-light kit. And again, it looks like they have an LT version with a fan that I have not seen, but I saw it on their website today getting ready for this little video. And I want to do a quick overview of how I use these lights and a little bit about them. They have a CR value of 95, which is pretty good. They are both RGB, and they are from 32K to 56K regular lights, both variable lights. So they have both types of beads, and you can control them from one panel. So I have these linked together right now. This is the master, this is the slave. And on the back, real quickly, you can see you have a switch right here. Here's where your power supply hooks up. And if I have one complaint, which it looks like in the new LT version, they have corrected this where you can mount the battery pack right here, or excuse me, the power supply right here. So you have this, basically this brick, and it's a 15 volt little brick, and it'll mount on the new lights right here. But on this light, it hangs, and if you raise this light stand all the way up, which is included, and we'll look at that here in a minute, I have one out still. If you raise it all the way up, then the brick is hanging off the ground, and that's one of my biggest complaints. If it just had a little bit of longer cable, that would be great. But again, you have a switch right here, and that sets the brightness, so I can crank this thing down all the way down to 0, and it doesn't go in steps. You actually have to rotate it all the way around a number of times. So now they're off, and you can rotate it up. And as you do, we'll rotate this light around. You can see that the lights start in the really low position. Got the diffuser in here now. I'll take this first diffuser out. It just pops in and pops out. Set that on the table. And so you can see the color temperature changing on the right knob, and then how bright it is on the left knob. So you can see the lights there. And if I change the color temperature all the way up to 56, you can see the other warm beads go off. It basically has 128 of the white beads, 128 of the warm beads. And again, you can see those coming on and off and the brightness. And then you have two types of diffusion. You have this diffusion panel that slides right in, and there's a little lever, if you mount it upside down, that you pull out on the top and on the bottom, and that keeps it from falling out. And then you have the bigger diffusion, which we're gonna look at here in a second, and let you know a little bit more about that and show you a picture on the screen. But it comes with two of these. It comes with two stands. It comes with the manuals that are in this piece of equipment here. And then it comes with two boxes, and those boxes hold these brackets, which holds on this extra diffusion. So you can see those right here. This packet right here holds all this paperwork. You got the little certification card. You have this little wireless connection kit, because you do have the ability to use it with the phone app, which we will look at here shortly. Then you have this little description. You have the code here that takes you to their website. Then you can get from the App Store the app for your phone, and this tells you how to use the phone app and how that works. And then the manual that tells you all about the 50RS light and how to use that, and it's two-sided, a threefold. And you have two types of diffusion. You have the diffusion that slides right in here inside the barn doors, and then you also have the bigger diffusion. And let's pull one of these out, set all this stuff down out of our way. So if you open up this package, inside you have the bigger diffusion panel. And that would simply, you take the barn doors off and it mounts in front of here, and you can see the difference in the light. This does diffuse it some more. It cuts the light a little bit more, but it also makes it a little softer. It's a bigger surface, as you can see. And obviously, to create soft light, the bigger surface you have, the better off you are. That's why in the studio, I use big soft boxes for my key light and my fill light. And I use lights like this to be a hair light behind me. But you can diffuse it. So if I do take these on the road, which I will because they're super portable, they can operate again off of batteries. And we'll look at the MP batteries here now. So you have two choices when using this light. You have this right switch, which is on right now, or if I go all the way left, it'll turn back on with the batteries mounted, because I have these batteries. Now you can't hot swap them. You do have to have both batteries mounted for this to operate. That was another thing that I wish that they would change. And on this light, if I turn it all the way to the left, it's gonna shut off altogether because it doesn't have the NP batteries on it. So it comes with a power cord. You can plug it in and use it that way, or you can use it with batteries. And you can add the diffusion panel. So these simply mount. You take the barn doors off, and there's two screw holes, and they mount simply like this. Let's turn this around again, facing you. And these brackets mount right here on the sides, and they mount right here on the holes. And now you have a better diffusion, so you could use both diffusion panels, because it stays even when the barn doors are off, or you can use it with just this larger diffusion, which is a great option for you. So it also comes with light stands. What I like about these is that they're not super sturdy, but they are really cool because they open this way. And I kind of like that about them because it makes them more compact for travel. So if you needed a compact kit to throw in your vehicle, there you go. So it folds out and you can put it away again, and be able to put it right inside this kit, which is great because it just simply drops right inside and it stores out of your way. So I love that about the kit. It has two of those. This one is mounted on one of the stands, and you can see it right here. Another complaint that I have is that they are a little bit loose, the top mount, so they are kind of wiggly. This light is on a better stand. This is my Interfit stand. So the stands are great in that they have the option to be very compact, but I would probably upgrade to nicer stands if you're gonna use this as your travel kit like I do. I still keep these in my kit just to have extra light stands, but I also take a couple other light stands with me, and then obviously I will use the auto pull to be able to mount in here. So again, this is also a RGB light, so I can actually open this up. The diffusion is back in, and I could just simply hit the dial and it'll go into RGB mode and get an array of different colors. And then I have a hue knob here that you can play with as well, and so you can go through all of those colors to use these to throw some light on your wall, which is exactly one of the ways that I use them, just to add some ambiance. And then if you switch the light itself to the different modes, you have a Wi-Fi mode, you have a special lighting mode, and I like this in that here is your TV mode, which gives you the idea of a TV flashing in the background if you're doing a scene like that. Then you have the bad bulb mode, so this kind of shows you a bad bulb, so that would be in like an old prison scene. Then you have the party light. This is a party light, so it's gonna flash on the wall. Let me close this one. And then you got this next mode right here, which is disco. And then you have this paparazzi mode, so we got flashes going off for that kind of scene. And then the last one is lightning, and I've only seen the lightning flash once. When it's in that mode, we'll leave it there for a few minutes and see if it flashes again. So not only do you have the ability to change the color temperature on these lights to use it as regular lighting, so if you want a warm scene, you can create a warm scene. If you want a daylight scene like I use here in the studio, then you can set it for daylight, or you can switch over to the RGB mode and you have these specialty modes. So obviously with two of these, on your talent flashing like a paparazzi, you could easily make it seem like they're watching TV, watching or being interviewed by a paparazzi, or obviously a ambulance going by, which is one of those settings. So here's a police car, ambulance going by, and to flip this around, that's what that looks like. So again, these lights have lots of cool options. And again, you can switch modes, change the color temperature. Again, from very warm to very daylight, and then flip through the modes, go into master slave mode, and now both of these lights are working in conjunction together. And so I can very simply run through the modes now and change both of these lights and go through different colors right here, controlling both of them, which is going to be great for how I will be using them in my studio, because I'll be using these up to light the back wall in one scene, and in the other scene it'll be for backlighting to just separate me from the wall, which I don't have set up today, which would look really nice. So switch over to Wi-Fi mode on the back of this light, and it connects right up. And now I can control the lights. I can turn them off. I can turn them on. And that's this button right here. I can circle around this for different colors. You can see that they're changing colors. Hope you can see that. All the colors right here. And then down here you can slide color temperature. As soon as you touch this wheel on the bottom, it goes back into regular bicolor mode. And then if I go up into the color mode up here, I can change the saturation on the lights, or the color temperature and how bright they are, all from the app. So again, that's a nice little tool. You can download that on your smartphone. When you have this RGB/regular light set 50RS, then it comes with the ability to change the RGB color, as well as be able to change the brightness, color temperature, and obviously the saturation. And that's all available right here on the app, so you can download that from your app store. And also over here you have a channel set, so I could change this to channel 9 and this to channel 10 and operate them individually. But right now I have this one as master and this one is slave, and that's a setting right here on the dial. So basically you have a mode button Then you have an up and down arrow, and you can change modes. And then in different modes, this can do saturation, this can do different colors in RGB mode, and then this is brightness, and this is color temperature when you're in the regular light mode, not RGB. And then you can actually switch modes and get into the special effects mode, and then you use the arrow up and down to go to the different special effects, and you still have the ability to up and down the brightness of those special effects. And so then you have the wireless mode to connect to the app. And so anyway, those are the LED lights by GREAT VIDEO MAKER, the 50RS. They have lots of other kits, so check it out on their site. Thank you, Gerald Undone, for your incredible review on this light. It's why I ended up getting it. So shout out to Gerald Undone. Check out his video on the 50RS as well. And we will see you here with another overview of a product very soon on Life's Journey Productions. I'm Keith, and we'll see you here next time.